I don't know if my video had anything to do with it, but it prompted him, potentially, to post this. For anyone wondering what the kid who was on gear at 15 looks like, this is a pic he posted a few days ago. What's up guys, Derek, moreplacemartates.com. Today we're going to be revisiting BigNattyDaddy. This is a video I posted a few days ago about the 15-year-old who was on steroids, and there was a documentary, or I guess whatever you want to call it, like a documentary style YouTube video made about his gear use, and it became I would say viral. It definitely went viral, and he sort of became one of the most prominent, I don't know, outspoken teenage juicers. But shortly thereafter, the video being released, he actually went fully natty, or at least according to what he told the YouTube channel that did the kind of like documentary thing on him. And then he kind of fell off the radar and stopped being such a like prominent social media figure, and posting about his crazy bodybuilding endeavors and whatnot. And that's sort of what we dug into in the last video on kind of what happened to him, him being what he looks like now, or what he's up to now. And there's actually been a new update, so I thought it was worth making another video. So just for context, this is what his physique looked like at 15. This was actually Boston Lloyd posting this. This is the before and after of the guy's physique. So this is at 15 years old. There's some other like archived pictures of him. So obviously this was, from the YouTube video, hitting a front double bi here. Presumably this is his front lat spread. Let's see, what else did we have here? Here was another very notable before and after on the wow, Natty or Juice subreddit. This must have been a really, really old one. I'm just gonna, unless it was resurfaced. Oh, 1 year ago, 15-year-old BigNattyDaddy. No 15-year-old should be looking like this. Why the hell are kids even getting roids to be, why the hell are kids even getting roids to begin with? Instagram. I guess there must be something attractive about fucking up testosterone production for the rest of your life. Isn't it possible Arnold started around 15, 16 years of age? Homeboy's suffering from invisible lat syndrome. Good transformation though. What's the time frame? Less than a year. He caught attention for posting his cycles on Instagram. What's invisible lat syndrome? Can't Google. I'm in China. Okay, so this is what he was like at 15, and then the update, or the most recent update that we saw, was this image of him on Huddle, where he was presumably getting a profile picture for his like recruitment page for being scouted for football. And then since then we didn't really have a big update other than people saying they know him personally and he's fine and he's alive and he's well, or not that he's well necessarily, but he's alive. I don't really know if he's well. Maybe we have somebody with more insight on his I don't know how anyone would get that information, or if he's posting about it. It seems like he's a bit more active on social media though, and I don't know if my video had anything to do with it, but it prompted him potentially to post this. For anyone wondering what the kid who was on gear at 15 looks like, this is a pic he posted a few days ago. Arms on, handshake 4 times, bro. So he's hitting a little side, little tricep flexoroo here, flexing the abs a bit. Got the grit in the fucking jawline going to, tense up. He's got a nice little tat here on the deltoid as well now. So anyways, he looks solid. He is probably, I think he's like 22 now or something, or I don't know what. Well, fuck, he was 15 years old in that documentary style video that was posted. I'm not sure how many years ago that was now. Maybe still a teenager. Fuck, I don't know. But anyways, he is close to his 20s or in his early 20s at this point. This is what he looks like now, and it looks, the speculation is already boiling around if this guy is saucing or not. So. More SARMs, more arms. I'm genuinely am curious as to how this kid's life and health will progress as he gets older. He's what, 22 now? I have a feeling the next 8 years or so are going to be a bit rough for him. Well, I don't know, man. Like if he came off right at like 16 or whatever it was and then stayed off the entire time, like there could have been some relatively, significant ramifications, especially in the short term. Now, like I don't know how much, if he's natural, like how much would that, come to bite him in the ass? It kind of depends, but he used a lot of different shit, so I'm not really sure for certain, but his exposure is not that long compared to what some guys are doing. So as far as from like a cardiovascular health standpoint, as far as like organ durability context standpoint, if he's indeed natural, like I would imagine those things are, like pretty fucking like where they would be normally. I'm not saying there was no effect on it whatsoever, but you know, the main kind of implications I see in teenagers using this shit, like obviously the earlier you're doing it, the earlier you're causing this stress to begin with, which is cumulative. You know, the killing you of bodybuilding occurs cumulatively. It's not like a acute thing that you just take too much test and you fucking die overnight. This is something that's going to build up and cause, you know, cardiovascular disease progression, you know, kidney failure down the line. I'm not saying it will do that. I'm just saying these are, you know, potential worst case outcomes. You know, liver cancer, fuck, like, I don't know. There's a lot of different outcomes that could potentially happen, but they're all cumulative. You know, high blood pressure leading to, you know, fill in the blank, cardiovascular outcome. There is shit that is not going to happen overnight. It's a cumulative thing, like I mentioned. So for him, having a short-term duration of exposure with a bunch of shit, like, sure, it wasn't healthy at all, but I would be more concerned from like a psychological aspect, from a endocrine development aspect. This kind of stuff is, you know, where you might hinder yourself the most, shutting down your HPTA when you're in your teen years, I feel like. And obviously the organs don't take kindly to this shit either. But anyways, if he's still on gear, then yeah, it'll probably get worse. But I doubt the gear use from when he was younger will cause any major and irreversible damage. Because I'm pretty sure he started lifting at 15 and was still 15 when they did the documentary, so it must have been on gear for maybe just a year. Could get this natty, to be honest, 100%. Could get most geared physiques natty. Pretty dumb comment. People use gear to get it faster. Imagine roiding to look like an intermediate natty. It's 80% of PEDs users I see. Isn't this what he looks like after being off gear since 2017? Does gear make you look like a douchebag who likely beats your girlfriend asking for a friend? Jesus. I'm gonna keep it real. This guy looks like shit for someone on gear. Fucking harsh subreddit commentators, bro. He hopped off shortly after the doc. Maybe he is back on. Clearly he hasn't been cruising and blasting. We don't know if he's still on gear though. Would have to agree, one of those you would never guess from looking at them. They take gear. Looks extremely average. I wouldn't say average, but looks pretty natural. One of those even knew he was on roids kind of guy. Definitely above average, but I would never think you were on gear or SARMs if I saw this physique, lol. Yeah, like this looks like, he looks built to me. Like this is a good physique objectively for sure. For gear, you know, it doesn't scream gear use. And again, it comes down to what a lot of people don't realize is the majority of people who take gear, you would have no fucking clue they're on gear, you know, or they just don't look that as impressive as would be a major red flag. Like this guy's definitely on steroids. So do I think he's natty? Like, this is definitely within the realm of achievable natty from where he was. Granted, like this was him natural, presumably at like, I don't know, 16 or 17 or something. Could he have built up this much tissue since then naturally? Probably, you know, this is certainly plausible to be natural. For a guy who is willing to take a fuck ton of shit at 15 though, and in general, like somebody who's used this shit once, is he more likely to try it again when he's, you know, at an age considered like more responsible to apply it? And he obviously like really had a, you know, affinity for experimentation and whatnot, and developing his physique to super physiological boundaries, or at least trying to breach those. It's certainly plausible as well that he could be on gear here. It's not like there's a huge red flag way to determine one way or the other, because the only fucking frame of reference we have is what he looked like at 15 saucing his brains out. So again, it's not like we can even say if he looks better than this, then he must be on steroids versus not. Like, you know, he's had years to build on his foundation from a natural progression standpoint. So it's certainly possible he's natural. I'm like inclined to believe that if anyone was likely to push the envelope with some gear though, to get this physique, it would probably have been him, given his history. And that's just, you know, the checkered past he has with hormone use. And my speculative, you know, conclusion, I would imagine he's probably dabbled since then, to be honest. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All the comments help the algorithm, they're much appreciated. Like, subscribe. Check out my blog, moreplates.com. Follow me on Instagram, @moreplates.dates. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic. It's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas, designed myself from scratch, recommended lab tests and diagnostics. Stay on top of your health through my HRT clinic and get your biomarkers assessed by individuals who actually know how to interpret this shit, know what diagnostics to get you, how to make a individualized protocol based on your individual needs rather than cookie cutter medications thrown at you to get a margin on the straight up testosterone, HCG, and anastrozole and kick you out the door. The classic scenario we've all heard of many times. And this is not even just in the HRT context. We're also talking about from thyroid. We're talking about from fucking ED. When we're talking about from hair loss, we're talking about from anything hormone and or, you know, pharmacology related. You want high quality, vetted doctors in your corner who actually you can trust with high quality service and oversight, rather than guys who are just there to make a markup on a medication, get you out the door. So that's where we make the bulk of our money, is off our high quality service rather than off the medications. So highly recommend, if you want that high quality service from guys who are putting forth the same quality of information that I put in my videos and whatnot, and you check it out. It is in the video description below, as well as anything else I'm associated with, like my recommended diet model for newbies and intermediates even, who are kind of new to trying to hit their micronutrients as well as their macronutrients. This is the most conducive diet model, in my opinion, to gaining lean mass, whilst being mindful of sleep hygiene, gut health, sports performance, and many other metrics which are overlooked from common influencer diets and shit that you get on Instagram. And you know, the shirts I'm wearing in my videos, that's in the video description as well, and anything else that supports the channel, it is all down there. So thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.